John?
Yo.
Listen, what happened was at the end of the concert, okay? When everybody, at the end of the concert, people came down closer and closer, and they were dancing, and they were playing a lot of just sounds, and it got louder and louder and louder, and people don't understand that the way alcohol affects your brain is that it starts to deaden your brain. The first part of your brain that starts to deaden is the auditory canals. And so it got louder and louder and louder.
What's got louder and louder?
The sound.
Well, no one doing the sound was drinking. Why would it get louder?
No, but this...
No, what do you...
John, you don't understand that...
Hold on a second. I still don't follow you at all. So
okay,
if you get drunk, things sound louder. Is that what you're saying?
After I left the concert, okay, I could hardly hear. My ears were ringing.
Well, then you must have been very close to the speakers.
Yeah, I was very close to the speakers.
What's that got to do with alcohol?
Alcohol kills people, and it kills brain cells, and the way it works is
I understand that, but what has that got to do with the concert? What has it got to do with anything? Chicago's not drinking. The people that are running the controls aren't drinking. No one's drinking. So...
No, but the people at the concert were drinking.
Well, I don't have any control over that. There's beer being served at the Taste of Chicago.
And that's why it got louder, and, you know, they have to have music loud, real loud. And if you were there for the end...
I was there for the whole concert.
Okay. At the end, they were just playing a lot of loud music. I mean, it wasn't even, you know, it wasn't songs. It was noise. It was like a drum solo, and then there was noise.
That was I'm a Man, is the song they were doing. They were doing the rhythm break from I'm a Man. It had nothing to do with alcohol. That's the way the song goes. All you gotta do is go back and buy the CTA album, and you'll hear the exact same song.
All right, maybe we're both learning something from this. I hope. I don't know, I went down to the front, and I asked one guy that was real close to the front. He was, one of your people or something.
Sorry, a little hot there. AM 89 WLS and the Buckinghams, Hey Baby, they're playing our song, and from the concert tape yesterday. Chicago with a hard habit to break. 8:30, AM 89 WLS, John R. Landecker.
Now, are we gonna
damn glad to be with you.
imitate four guys standing around, you and I?
Why? We have them on tape too, don't we? Don't we have everything on tape? Woo!
Yeah.
Boom, yeah. We have everything on tape. We should have to put together our own little highlight thing and do that one.
Sell it.
No, no. I don't think so.
Now, they were
taping
yesterday.
Yep, Chicago was. They had a sound truck at the back of the Patrilla band shell, and over 50, I was informed by the technician on duty. Can I talk to you in between the sets and tell you what's going on back here? Are you out of your mind? This is Crisis Central. I don't have a sound check. I've got 50 separate mic inputs coming into this truck. Come back later. And, yeah, they're frantic. But, yeah, they're taping. And That's going to be hopefully included in, some of that will be included at any rate, hopefully somewhere down the road in the Live Chicago album.
I'm sure we'll get thanked
Better.
on the album.
Want to see a liner note. You know, and I didn't...
No, I mean, you and I.
Oh, definitely, sure.
Are you kidding me?
Of course, of course. PA announcement and stage work, we want to thank. Did you notice now the new? He doesn't. You know, they're into diplomacy now. Because since Peter Cetera left, and I talked to Jason, who is he says I'm the tenor. I'm not lead. I'm the tenor in this group, and I play bass. Well, he just sang lead on Our Heaven's Praise and the other things. And his dad played bass in Elvis Presley's band for years. And you know what's been going on about people who claim to have Elvis as their father. Now, I didn't say anything. But you saw Jason.
Yeah.
He's cute, isn't he?
Looks a little like
Come on, doesn't he? Well,
the king of rock and roll.
Not spitting image or anything, but, you know, I'm sorry.
Looks a little like Elvis.
Or maybe it was
a
just
little
me.
Elvis.
Hold on.
Well, we all got a little.
Hold for it.
But I don't mean a little. I mean facially, in the lip area and around the nose and eyes. And he's young. I don't know how old he is, but he can't be. He's born 24 years old.
So what are you saying, John?
No, I'm saying that I just couldn't get this image out of my head, looking at him like, by the way, has anybody ever told you that you resemble the king of rock and roll?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But I didn't say
John,
it. I didn't
thank
say
you.
it. I didn't say it.
No?
No. Does a good job, though. I like that guy. And adds a punch. Nice guy to talk to. Good interview.
The thing that amazed me about Chicago and Dennis DeYoung was that they didn't just stand around and look at you and you know, say, or not say anything, you know, and you have to go up to them. I mean, that Jason guy came up to us, Pankow, or, yeah, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
He came up to us. Dennis DeYoung came up to us. You know, it was like a thing. You know, when I was backstage for Springsteen, and Mark Schirmick and I were standing there, and Bruce was standing right there, and we said, do we go up to him? Do we
By the way,
tell him?
first of all, you have to understand, this puts Dan Filato next to his own personal Christ figure.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't just like, you know, I'm at a Bruce Springsteen concert. This is, oh my God, I'm next to the main man of my entire existence! I'm surprised you could say anything. So what you don't go, hi, hi!
No, we didn't say anything. We just stood
See,
there.
there you go. I mean, come
But
on,
we
you
had
could've
nothing to say to him.
Bruce, really? What is it beneath that Exxon light, the Exxon sign that gives this Fair City light? You could have asked him that. What DJ was it on the radio? On Thunder Road. Who was? Are we failing? Are we going off the air? Hold on a second. We got some problems, babe. Woo, 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 woo.
You know, it's raining outside, I think. Really bad.
It's doing something. It's doing something. Woo, woo, woo.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a light going around. It's my imitation of a emergency light going around. Woo, woo, woo. Red flashing lights in the studio. Are we okay? Yeah, I think we're all right again.
Are we on now?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
But, I mean, they came up to us. You know,
Well,
that's why
come on now.
I
Also,
put a ban.
Hey, you gotta consider too now. All right, Chicago, Tennessee, Buckingham, all of these people. This is all like old home week to
Yeah.
a certain extent. I mean,
yeah,
not
but
like
Dennis DeYoung doesn't know me from Adam. I mean, he came up to me a couple of times, said, you know, hello, what's going on? You know.
Well, that's because you attract stars, Dan. I don't know
Well,
if you
you know,
realize that, but you know, you're like a star magnet. That's the whole
there's
point.
a mystique.
That's why I like going out with you. Is that we'll walk down the street, you know, famous people like they like stick to
Right.
his back and stuff. They're all over him. For instance, like a Paul Schaefer or maybe a Harry Shearer. Just to mention the two off the top of my head.
Yeah. You're going to be making fun of Harry Shearer for a couple more weeks until we're hanging with him.
No, and then I'm
on
going to really
Rodeo.
kick in. I don't make fun of Harry Shearer. I make fun of you knowing Harry Shearer. That's what I make fun of. You know, I am. Oh, I think Harry Shearer is great.
We can talk about that now.
I love Paul Schaefer. I think he's great.
Fabulous.
But the thing that I like, the thing that's funny is you knowing them. That's where I get my chuckle.
The likes of me?
Yeah. And what the likes of a you has to say about it a lot of times to a likes of a me. And that's like all the time. So that's like mine.
They were just really good guys. I mean, and especially Dennis. He was really a nice guy.
Well, they're accessible. They're good people. It's 8:35 at WLS. We could be sending you to London. Listen for details, and we'll be right back.
To make sure all your special 4th of July pictures come out right, bring your film into Osco Photo Express. At Osco, their technicians use the Kodak Color Watch system to computer correct every shot for type of film, color, contrast, exposure, up to 10 critical adjustments. So every picture comes out looking the best it can be. To remember all your special 4th of July moments, don't trust your pictures to just anybody. Bring them to Osco Photo Express, where service and savings are a tradition that continues throughout the store. If you'd like to have a lighter, brighter look this summer, get it with Sun-In Hair Lightener in regular and super formulas. The 4 3/4 ounce size is on sale now through Saturday for only $2.49. Just spray your hair with Sun-In, and the hot summer sun does the rest. For a lighter, brighter look this summer, try Sun-In Sun Lightener in regular or super formula. On sale for just $2.49 now through Saturday at Osco, where service and savings are a tradition.
I don't know. Maybe you put spicy ham on it. Or maybe strips of sizzling bacon. Or, maybe meaty sausage. I don't know. What does go on top of your breakfast sandwich at Burger King? What goes over those delicious eggs and cheese and that light, flaky croissant at Burger King? Hey, the what is up to you. All I can tell you is when and where. Breakfast to go. Only at Burger King. The best food for fast times.
Miller Genuine Draft Concerts at Poplar Creek Music Theater proudly announce the addition of a second Whitney Houston concert. Whitney Houston now takes the stage July 21st as well as July 22nd. Tickets for the July 21st performance are now on sale at all Ticketmaster ticket centers. Or to charge by phone, call 559-1212. 559-1212. Don't miss your chance to experience the music of Whitney Houston, now in concert for 2 nights, July 21st and 22nd at Poplar Creek. Whitney Houston, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. As real as it gets.
Better get the weather in because it's happening out there. There is a strong thunderstorms in southern Cook and Will counties continue. National Weather Service radar. Actually, it's the Jerry Taft radar that the National Weather Service borrows at this time. It's an agreement Taft has. Oh, man. It's bopping right and left, aren't we? Woo! Woo! Yo! Hey! Yo! Whoa! What are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's my going in and out off the air warning light imitation, I told you. We just got hit again. We were like snapping there. Hold on. Are we there, John?
Yeah. No?
Thank goodness.
That's when I go, ooh.
Because I'd hate to have just a conversation with you.
You are, by the way. Recent trends show you are having a conversation only with me. And 1.8 of the beautiful people out there. National Weather Service radar shows strong thunderstorms. Southern Cook, Will counties in an area approximately from Joliet east to Oak Lawn. These thunderstorms were producing heavy rainfall and gusty winds as they moved to the east-northeast at 30 miles an hour. These storms will be moving into South Lake Michigan and northwest portions of Lake County, Indiana in 50 minutes, ETA. And that's the weather situation as it exists right now from the Jerry Taft Weather Center here on AM 89 WLS. And if we can stay on the air God willing, tonight, it's going to be an entertaining evening. Yes, sir.
All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see you rise. Rosanna, Rosanna, never thought that a girl like you could ever care for me. Rosanna.
Hello? Hello?
John? Hello? You came back? You came back and hung up? What do you say? He said it's you something? I didn't hear an answer then. Hung up. Go on a different line.
Hello?
John?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When you picked up on me, the guy handed me the phone and I was gone. All right.
Hold on.
John. Is it raining out there?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've been in the house for so long, and I'm supposed to be working.
Well, better get back to work. So I'm supposed to be working too.
All right. It's just that when you get so close to speakers and everything, it just gets louder and louder, and it kills part of your brain cells, and the first part of your brain, when you can die from an overdose of alcohol.
But what does the sound got? What does alcohol got to do with getting close to the speakers?
if you go into a bar,
What has that got to do with getting close to speakers? What's the connection?
the connection is that they have loud rock and roll music for people that are drunk.
Bullshit. That's not true.
It's true because they turn up the music louder and louder because you say hold on?
Look, I don't have time to argue with this with you. You're going to believe what you want to believe, go right ahead. But they didn't create rock and roll music for beer drinking people, and
I know
people
that.
drink beer regardless of music, and there was not a drunk crowd, and there were not a lot of arrests, and there was no problem.
Yeah.
And it was a fine afternoon.
It was.
And that's it.
It was, John.
If you go down by the speakers, whether you're drunk or not, they're going to be loud because you're playing a concert there and amplifying the concert for like 80,000 people.
All right.
And that's the way a lot of people like it.
Yeah. All right, I don't want to argue with you, Jim. Have a good day, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, Tom, one last thing. It is businesses like yours that make this show work. It is just a verbal contract. Got to make sure that 59 is within your budget by, let's say, the middle of May. That's okay?
Will be.
Fantastic. Thank you. All I can say, I hope you get as good a feeling from participating in the show as I do for scheduling for the program. And if we can keep a couple kids from trying drugs in the first place, I think that's going to be worth about $59 million to us, right?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you take care. Bye. Okay, good. I appreciate it, Dwayne. Everyone does get a great feeling for doing a program like this. I hope you'll listen into some of the messages, though, because it always keeps me on my toes.
Well, it's very tough to hear a radio going when you've got grinders going and sanders going.
Well, I guess you better hope that doesn't stop, though, right?
You're right.
I mean, that keeps the bills paid anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me record some of the mailing information. I tape this so my secretary can make no mistakes. You know how tough it is to get good help these days, right? Okay, then how do you spell your last name?
Jenkins.
Okay, and I should send this out courtesy of you to the body shop?
You mean address-wise?
Yeah.
No, my address is Post Office Box 191.
Oh, okay, and you're in Gaylord?
Yeah.
Okay, your zip code?
49735.
Okay, Dwayne, you're the boss there. You're the guy with all the headaches, right? Okay. Well, just to confirm this with you, within a week to 10 days, you receive the bill time schedule and that certificate of participation for the Missing Children's Program of 1985, a very special one-time effort. It's going to run starting the 6th of May for you and run for a 5-day business week. That's a good week for you?
Yeah, that's
Well,
great.
okay, because we could start you the 29th of April if you like.
No.
Okay, good. We'd like to get you out there maybe the first week in May. It's a very effective week also. It'll run $95 complete, not a penny more. Wait, where am I? Oh, sorry. This is just a verbal contract. We always like to make sure it's comfortable for your budget by, let's say, the middle of May.
Won't make any difference.
Okay, good. Because, see, on the billing, I just want to be upfront with you. The billing is done by a computer. You know how that can be. It runs on a 30-day cycle, today being, what, the 5th or 6th of April? It'll say a 30-day period from today it's coming due.
Today's the 6th.
Right, today's the 6th. It'll say May 6th. You know, if you want to get it in by the 6th, that's okay. If you want to hear your messages first, go right ahead, okay? I want to thank you very much, because it is businesses like yours that make this program work. You're bending over backwards to help us out on this effort, and I promise to bend over backwards and do a great job for you. On the lighter side, I guess you got a full year to recuperate from my rusty voice. My wife says that's a bonus in itself.
I see.
I thank you, Dwayne.
Okay.
Please listen in.
Okay.
Fantastic. Take
Yep.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
I believe that the president is
Thank you, because it's people like yourself.
free to say.
The last time you talked to me, it was real good. I wish I had tape recorded that. Because I forget things. You know?
Go ahead.
The only thing I remember from the last time was that you told me that everything is an illusion. And we're walking through this world and everything is just...
I didn't say that everything is an illusion. What I meant is this. Much of what you think is an illusion, in fear and depression, though they are very real, they cause you... If you see things in a real negative way, the way you see it is, to you it's real, and it's not an illusion. But in reality, it is an illusion, because things are not as bad as you see them. That was my point. That was my point. Fear is very real, but the perception that it gives you is an illusion. Of course, you think it's real, that's what makes it even worse. That confounds the fear. But fear causes you to see things in a very negative light, and that negative light is an illusion. You think it's real, and to you it is real, but in reality it's an illusion because things are not the way you see them. If you could really see things from the way you are, you'd live your life totally different. We all...
Can I pause for 1 second to make sure this is working? The tape?
What's bothering you?
Okay, about a month ago, my counselor at Jewish Family Services decided
Go ahead.
that I had to quit therapy there and go into a drug and alcohol rehab program. And about a month ago, I stopped drinking entirely, and I was slowing down, tapering off on taking Valium and sleeping pills. And then, last week I relapsed real heavy. Also, I got a real good raise at work, and I got a lot more going for me at work. My whole work has changed. I'm no longer on night shift, I'm on afternoon shift, and my boss got me a raise. And then 2 weeks ago, I had the greatest week I've ever had. I made $500 per week at work. And then I went into this relapse, real heavy. PCP is my drug of choice. Okay, and so it was the 4th of July, weekend, and I wanted to celebrate. And first I relapsed by having a drink, and a couple drinks, and then I figured, well, I'm going to go into this heavy relapse. And it's just, it's part of the disease.
All right, so you decided to get stoned.
So yeah, so I got real stoned, and I got mugged on the 4th of July. Thank God I wasn't hurt.
Does Klein know about all this?
He's out of town, I guess.
He's been...
Well, I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Are you able to talk with him?
I've been wanting to go there so much, and, I'd like to go there tomorrow night, but there's no answer at his house. I've called a couple times to know, all right, if he's back, maybe I'll be able to reach him.
But are you able to talk to him?
Yes, I'm able to talk to him.
Is he able to consult you?
We haven't talked in a long time.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I entered the program. I have to go to meetings, the NA and AA meetings, the 12-step program.
Right.
Okay, so there's a spiritual thing there, and it's God and everything, and I want to believe that God is a Jewish God too, and so I have problems with that too because I went to the great debate with my honey and all sorts of stuff, and I've been learning a lot of things, and I finally found out that learning is what has been making me happy. And I was still stoned on PCP Monday, and the police called me up at 3 o'clock in the morning after I'd worked till 10 o'clock at night on Monday, and told me to come and identify one of the guys in the lineup. So I took some more toots so I could wake up again and keep going. And I went to the police station, and I couldn't identify the guy, and I was angry at myself.
Maybe it wasn't him.
It was him. They knew who it was. They caught the first guy, and he confessed, and he beefed on a couple other guys. And the state's attorney decided not to charge them with strong arm robbery, which is felony. They're going to charge them with theft.
What is your problem?
My problem now is that I went to work on Tuesday after being up all night on Monday at the police station. On my way to work, I have an Israeli army uniform.
Just tell me what happened.
So I went walking. I stayed up all night and I did some more toots, and I decided to come in early to work. And I went there in Israeli army uniform with a toy squirt gun, a machine gun. And I scared a lot of people unintentionally. And I freaked them out. And I almost lost my job. So now the bottom line is they've set down some rules for me. I can have my job back if I cut my hair, and not just trim it, I have to cut it all off. And write a letter of apology to the company. And I have to wear shoes and socks at work, not sandals.
So what's the problem?
The problem is there's other people there that, have long hair, and there's other people that walk around in sandals, and they're just,
Apparently they want some discipline.
yes, they want me to make a commitment, they said, to this job. If I cut...
I want to know what you should do with that.
My parents said to me that years ago they thought that they had lost a son to drugs, and if I would cut my hair, they'd feel that they would have their son back. And everyone's telling me, cut my hair and change and grow up and change, but the job, I've been at the same job for 13 years, and I feel that it's an unkosher job. I'm ripping people off for their money. I'm calling them on the telephone, people that work hard, and I'm just sitting at a desk and talking on the telephone and telling them that we're going to go on the air with an anti-drug abuse program, and, we want them to pay for it. And we sell airtime for radio stations all over the country. And it's not kosher. 36. I have a degree in broadcasting, and I've always wanted to make a lot of money, and I have an opportunity now. I can make a lot of money and then quit this job and go somewhere and start at the bottom. I want to go to like Georgia or South Carolina.
So what's your question?
My question is, I want to bend a little bit, because a tree that doesn't bend will break. But I don't want to cut all my hair off. It'll take 10 years to grow my hair back this long again. And I don't want to have to wear shoes and socks, because I am comfortable walking around barefoot or in sandals, and other people there have long hair, and other people walk around in sandals, and
Well, that's really the crux of the problem.
the crux of my problem is it's the drugs. I gotta kick the drugs. Probably. I mean, if I wasn't,
Married?
I want to get married someday.
Ever
No.
married?
I have incurable diseases also. I mean herpes and venereal warts. But I want to have children, and I want to... Huh? What do you mean, can I physically have children? I think so.
I don't know what to tell you, Rick. I honestly think you're probably messed up.
Yes, Gary. Christian, yes, I messed up. Call it Kavalacha. Yes.
Messed up. I don't know if you face it or you recognize it or not.
I know I messed up. Okay.
So that's
Sit
how can you unmess yourself? I was messed up for a long time. Probably just coming out of dark time.
How old are you? So you've got a car phone and a law practice, and you're making a lot of money.
Well, I'll tell you, considering the fact that I messed up the last number of years, I didn't do too badly. I always thought to myself, if I really got the act together, I could probably do a hell of a lot better. I can tell you, I must be, I don't know, I've had an attitude change. I'm serious about this work. Serious about it. Serious about just being a straight up guy. I can tell you that a lot of it's not fault. Because you change.
Somehow the PCP gives me a boost too. Okay.
Where are we? Miracles.
Yeah, it's a miracle that when you told me to hold on, I found another tape, and I got a bad tape recorder, and another miracle just happened. All right. Go ahead.
You suffer a lot of depression.
Yes, I've been depressed for years. And my parents, I come from a dysfunctional family. What does that mean? It means, my parents used to fight and scream and talk about divorce when I was a kid, and they would scream, and I was scared as a child. I mean, I've been in therapy since I was a child, and I had asthma when I was 2 years old because my sister was born. Maybe I was jealous, and that's why I developed asthma. But then they always told me I couldn't exercise and I couldn't go to regular gym classes, and so I never built up a proper body. And they used to scream and fight and talk about divorce, and I thought the whole neighbors were listening, because they were. The
They're
neighbors.
still together, though, huh?
Yeah, they're still together. My father now does not believe in God at all. He goes to a place in Highland Park. It's a humanistic Judaism, and it's a terrible thing. And he came from an Orthodox family, and you know, I learn little things. I've been getting help from the ARC, and I feel guilty taking help from the ARC. And I have a psychiatrist at the ARC who's a nutty guy. His name is Dr. Gore. He's nuts, I think. He's into holistic medicine and salts and things like that. But he taught me stuff about things too. I mean, he mentioned tikkun, and I called a rabbi and find out what tikkun is, and to straighten up your act, to make things right. But my parents' medicine cabinet is full of pills, 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 pills. And for years I've been taking pills, 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 pills. You know, doctor prescribed pills. My whole life is pills. And then I found that PCP seems to, when I take it, I get motivated and I do things like clean up my room and I do my laundry, and
I
I'm.
know motivates you to feel up.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't real.
Well, what the Dr. Gore said was that, according to Judaism, that being under the influence of alcohol or drugs is like idol worship, because you cannot worship God when you're not on this planet. You know, it's very similar to idol worship. If my feet are not, on this planet, if I'm off in some fog in a cloud somewhere from some drugs, then I can't properly worship God. But then, I've been studying the disease of alcoholism, and it's not in my genes, because there's genetic things, and there's nothing in my family with alcoholism. But, you go to Chabad, and, it's l'chaim, 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 and everybody gets drunk. They get drunk. And they dance and sing and get drunk. Maybe do they only do it on Friday nights?
No, they do it on occasions.
I went to an AA dance, and it was terrible. I hated it. It was like a high school prom something, and people were dancing and they were sober, and I did not feel comfortable dancing sober. And it made me really want to go out and have a drink. And when I go out and have a few drinks, I can dance, and I meet beautiful women, and I have fun. And I know that the way I, dress weird and do street theater and have fun with my life and enjoy my life,
What do you want to do with your life?
I'd like to get into broadcasting so that I could help, change the world.
Forget it. You're not going to change the world.
I can't be the Moshiach.
No, you can't.
Who? Why? What? Maybe.
Because you're not him.
How do you?
How do I know? It's an absolute fact I don't know, but it's probably pretty unlikely. Chef would be all this stuff. Maybe he might be. Chef would be better to straighten himself out. But don't you think that the goal to be the Mashiach, or the desire to be the Mashiach, is really selfishly oriented? It's a selfish-oriented concept. Give a lot of self-importance to yourself.
That's what my manager's name is Maureen, and her husband's name is Dennis, and he said, false pride. He
False
said,
pride is an illusion. It causes you, it's real, but what I'm saying is it causes you to think things of yourself that are not true. Every time you start thinking how important you are, how good you are, whatever it is, forget it, you're on the wrong track. It's the wrong track. You know, I'd be a fool to tell you to even think that I was
in the OATS program, they have a thing called HALT, H-A-L-T. Don't get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And I'm very lonely now. I just lost my girlfriend. She's with a drug addict. I have no girlfriend, and I've met some real nice women, and I met a beautiful woman on the beach the other day. She's from Iraq, and she's an Assyrian, and she's a Christian, and she's very intelligent. And every time I meet a beautiful woman, you know, when they finally get to know me, they find out how fucked up I am, and I lose them. What do they need with me?
Well, therapy currently hasn't.
That's why I'm not allowed. My counselor said I'm not supposed to go to therapy anymore at Jewish Family Services. I have to, you know, the drug thing is what I have to deal with. My number one thing. But I've got to decide by tomorrow. You know, I have to come in Monday with my hair cut and not trimmed, but cut. And this guy Dennis said, look, a long time ago I decided I was never going to cut my beard, but I shaved my beard for a job, and I made a lot of money, and then I grew it back later in a position. But you know, my hair will not grow back in 1 or 2 years. It'll take, you know, like 15 or 20 years.
Maybe if you cut your hair so that you look straight,
Uh-huh.
maybe you'd start acting straight.
They said I'd get a lot more respect at that company, and my hair.
It's not the style anymore. It's just the thing. You have to work your hair that. Well, you can do that. It's up to you.
Yeah. I find it attractive. Women find it attractive. And
You
it's,
know, I could picture you with short hair. You look like a real straight guy.
yeah, I have a wig when I go to court. You know, for traffic or something. You know, I have a wig and a suit, and I look real straight. And the wig was forced on me at a job, the same job, but a different company. And it's a Jewish company. I mean, they're all owned by Jews. But there's less and less Jews are working there.
You ever been to Crown Heights?
No.
I'll tell you, I feel that would be a good thing for you to go to.
Crown. Let me get a pen.
I can't recommend it. 'Cause I don't
How do you spell it? Crown? Sierra? C-R-O-W-N? Crown Heights. New York. I have enough money to go to New York, I guess, for a weekend. Gives us dollars. I've been waiting for so long. I have 2 Pontiacs that I want to fix. My cars.
No.
So maybe I should make this decision in like 1 or 2 days. They're pushing me to make this decision 1 or 2 days.
Why don't you, before you've been working about January?
No. I went there for meals.
You ever donate your money to them?
No.
If you're making money, you should give something. Pro organization.
but I felt I went to Yom Ha'atzmaut at Northwestern University, and it was sponsored by every Jewish thing in the world except for Lubavitch Shabbat.
You obviously
Well, I have a great the people I work with at work. This guy Dennis, he's a recovering alcoholic. He's got 7 years of sobriety, and every time I go to these NA meetings, I have a great support group there too. And I have a great support group at this job. At the same time, the job, I rip people off.
I don't think you're really bad.
I am. Okay.
You just gotta say no to yourself. You just have to decide that you're not gonna waste the rest of your life. You have to make decisions. You have to come to a realization.
Well, that's what the program says, is you have to turn your, will over to God. And
Well, but forget the rhetoric. You just have to make a decision that you're gonna pull yourself through. Strength of mind and strength of will, I think, is what it's all about.
I can pull myself through by, going on unemployment and having a wonderful summer.
That would pull you through? Come on, you're 36 years old, buddy. Not a kid anymore. You got to decide that you're going to do it. And then do it. It's painful, it's hard, it's long, and it's slow. But this is your life, and as far as you know, it's the only life you've got. I don't know where to tell you to turn. Very few answers are eventually found the answers within yourself. Seems like you have to go down.
Years ago, I cut my hair for a job, and it didn't last, and I was sorry I cut my hair.
So where are your wig to work? Can you do that?
No.
Rick, I gotta stop. Go ahead and give me a call anytime you want me to.
Will you be home tonight?
For a while. You can try.
I won't be home until about 10 o'clock tonight. It's too late. And what about on the weekend?
I'll be gone this week. Client is home. So they want to spend the weekend. They're sleeping there.
Okay.
That's a good thing to do.
Okay.
Go there and sleep. There's one shot. That's a good thing to do. Gotta run.
Okay. Thank you.
Go there for Shabbos.
All right. Thank you very much.